Hello, everybody, and a happy Wednesday. It is November 2nd. It is All Saints Day. It is Ancestor Feast for the Ancestor Day. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on this week. We're transitioning from October into November. The holidays are coming, not to stress anybody out, no stress here. And so, yeah, welcome to a moment of presence, even more important now than probably, well, it's always important, but right now, as we're gearing up for the end of the year, things are going to be, you know, coming up. The momentum is going. We have lots of family things, family occasions coming up. So now, right now, is a really important time to be present and really be the calm in the next couple months. So, welcome to A Moment of Presence. I'm Michelle with Moksha Grace Coaching, and I am so glad that you are giving yourself the gift of just being here. So, tell yourself thank you. Give yourself a little hug today. So, we have an interesting topic today. What have you prayed for? What are you praying for? And it perhaps can be a change, an answer, something material, a sign from above that you're on the right path, a situation to improve, something to come to an end. So whatever it is that you're praying for, pick one, and let's keep that in mind for the rest of our talk today, just so that you're not all over the place. And the question that I pose to you is, when the opportunity presents itself, when whatever it is starts happening, are you ready for it? And what do you do at that point? Also, when you do pray or ask, right? It doesn't have to be just praying. Meditation can be a form of praying, um, just different names for different folks, but putting out there what you want, what that expectation, that outcome is. And then what do you do after that? After you ask, whether it's, source, God, um, Buddha, gods and goddesses, whatever it is that you believe in, when you ask, what is it that you do after that? And how do you set yourself up so that you can get and receive whatever it is? Some people, and I've talked to many over the years, have said, I've been praying and praying and praying and nothing's happening. Or I follow this law of attraction thing and I never get what I want. Some think that they can just sit back and wait. The asking is enough. Is it? Is it really? We have to take some responsibility for that. And so that's really what we're going to be talking about is, after you ask, are you really doing your part? Right? Because it is a type of a partnership, this world that we're in, this life that we're creating. It's a co creating experience. And so, what is it that you need to do to prepare and be ready in order to get the expectation or the outcome? And should you even have an expectation? And so, we're going to go through all of this. But as we usually do, I do want us to come into the moment and be really present, especially with this conversation. And I want you to comment, put in the comments what it is that you're hoping for, you're praying for, or you're asking for. What is your ask? And just put it in words if you want to share in the comment section. So before we really dive in, let's all get comfortable and remember what the rules are. No rules here, but just one. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. So we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to hold it for 3 seconds. And then I want you just to imagine letting out and letting go whatever it is that you're asking for. Just let it come out with your breath. Okay. So big, deep breath in and just hold it. 3, 2, 1. Just big exhale. And let's do that one more time. Big deep breath in. Just hold it. And big release. Have you ever seen somebody that's held on to something so tight? Maybe a baby, their bag, purse, gift. You just hold on to it so tight. But if you're holding on so tight, there's tension. And that's not how we receive. We receive by opening up, by relaxing. And so it's so important, all of these little pieces that sometimes we forget to really look at. So who am I? Let me go through that really quick because I don't think I did. Michelle, life coach, emotional alchemy, chaos alchemy, meaning that I help people really figure out what it is that they want and what's really blocking them from getting that. I help people be able to look in the mirror and really see themselves past the feelings of failure or not feeling loved. Help people move from guilt and feeling like they're never doing enough or that they're doing it alone. Everything is on their shoulders, and helping them embrace what they can control and be calm in the face of what they can't control. And that's being the calm in that chaos, because chaos, the crazy life, that doesn't change. Change is the only constant. And so chaos is also a piece of that. My passion is really to help clients free themselves from that chaotic, overwhelming, burned out, in emotional turmoil, and really find that internal harmony. Because when you have that, then everyone around you gets the benefit of that, whether it's your work and your coworkers, your bosses, your career. It could be your family, but everybody around you is going to benefit. But the most important person that's going to benefit is you. So let's dive into this topic today. So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about, and it may have been your first introduction, I just kind of want to go back over it a little bit and how it pertains to praying. So universal laws. And like I said, we kind of talked about it a little bit. Number one, the law of attraction. A lot of people have heard this. Think of it as, as kids, we played in class with the magnets, and we got to see how a magnet will, attract something and it will stick to it. I want you to think about that and think about your energy, who you are and what you're putting out there. The sad and gloomy people, like in the old days, they had the Stitch and Bitch Club. They became a clique, and that clique became negative potentially because they were stitching and bitching and gossiping, and there was drama. They attracted each other because they were on that same page. Where do you want to be? And what do you want to attract? So it's not enough to just say, I'm praying for a new job, or I'm praying for a new relationship, I'm praying for a new home, and then just sit back and wait. You actually have to start living and engaging. And the key is to feel as if you will feel when you have it. So what do I mean by that? How do you feel happy about something when the sad situation or bad situation is still happening? You want to feel that feeling of happiness. Do something else that's going to make you happy. And I don't care how big or how small it is. If taking a walk or taking some half a day to go to the beach is going to make you feel happy, then go feel happy. Because when you feel happy, whatever it is that you're asking for, if that's what you want from that is to feel happy, happy about a new house, happy about a new relationship, then go find happy and be happy. And the more happy you are, the more happy you'll attract. Does that make sense? It can be challenging, and I'm not it's an art. It is an art. It's almost so simple that um it can be confusing at times. But you have to match what it is that you want back. Here's the key though. You can feel bad and you're still going to attract, because like attracts like. And what do you think you're going to attract? You're going to attract more bad. Have you ever stubbed your toe in the morning and been like, oh, I stubbed my toe, and then you can't find your car keys? You're like, I can't find my car keys. And then, there's traffic. Oh, I'm going to be late now. And you get angry and you get frustrated. And then the rest of your day is frustration and things that just annoy you. Well, you got to switch it. You got to turn it around. And in situations like that, when you want to change what you're attracting, and it was something like, stubbing your toe or traffic or getting a late start, I just think of it and go, okay, thank you. I wasn't supposed to be on the road at this time. Thank you. I wasn't supposed to arrive at that moment. There must be some reason why I'm going to arrive at that moment. And now I'm switching that energy. I'm switching it to hope and faith and trust, and that there's a reason for everything, because there is a reason for everything. And so when you line yourself up with what you want and how you want to feel, and you start feeling it now, and you show gratitude for it, then the chances are, the odds are much more in your favor that it's going to happen. But here's a key point on that. It doesn't have to be delivered in the way that you want it to be. And you cannot judge how it's delivered. So I used to talk to clients, and they would say, and even I did this, truth be told, I want a new job. I don't like where I'm at. And then a week later, they get fired. Well, they said they wanted a new job. And if they're not going to resign because they hate their job, or they're not going to make the change on their own and take that control, God, the universe, source, is going to conspire and give you the outcome. So that's why you have to be very specific with what you're asking for. And you have to be specific with the feelings that you want to feel. So feelings make a difference. Words make a difference. And again, asking. You have to be careful what you ask for, because you'll most likely get that. And I see that there's somebody commenting, but I don't see who it is because I can't see the names. Right. I complained instead of moving. I finally found the strength to quit. Right. I used to think that I would love to, not work in my corporate position. I wanted to be home, and I wanted the dogs under my desk, and I wanted to own my own time. Well, I had a not great boss put over me, and guess what? Things happened, but guess what I got? I'm in my office. My dogs are beneath my feet. I own my own time. I went in though with open eyes. And yes, it was challenging. Hi, Keith. Yes, it was challenging, but I still got what I wanted. And this is what I was talking about taking responsibility. You can't ask and then complain on how it's delivered. You just have to be grateful. And sometimes that can be challenging when what you're looking at isn't exactly what you thought you wanted. There's an old saying, good, bad, we'll see. Because you just don't know till you know. And something that you may think would be right for you right now that you're praying for, maybe you're not getting it because it's not really what you need. It's what you want. And maybe there's a bigger picture out there and the divine is looking out for you and knows that now's not the time. Whether it's because you're not ready for it, maybe there's still some work to do, or maybe whatever it is you're asking for isn't ready yet. So you may want the cake, but sometimes you got to wait for it to finish baking. And if you open up the oven and you keep checking and keep checking and keep checking, the cake's not going to turn out great because the temperature's not going to be regulated. So that's the other part, is you can ask, but stop taking score. Stop waiting and looking around every corner. Hello, is it there yet? Hello, I'm waiting. You can't really do that with the divine, or well, you really shouldn't. Everything will happen when it's supposed to happen. And the timing will be right when the timing is right for you, because everything is happening for you. Everything. And even the bad stuff that is so hard to get through. Some of you may know my daughter had cancer when she was 3. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that. She absolutely didn't ask for that. She was 3. Looking back now, we can see all of the lessons and all of the things that came from that. I don't suggest that for anybody. Hey, get cancer, it, will change your life. It will change your life. But you can look at a diagnosis and go, okay, what am I going to learn from this? What do I need to learn? Why? What is this for? It's not just the physical piece, not just the physical body part. There's always something deeper. Always. And it's our mindset around it, which takes us back to, again, the energy of how we're feeling. When you think about bills, oh God, I got a phone bill and the electric bill's coming. I'm going to go to the mailbox. There's going to be more bills. What are you thinking about? You're not thinking about financial freedom. You're thinking about bills. And you're thinking about them in a negative way. Tweak it. Tweak it. How lucky are you to have a house that you're paying a mortgage on, that you got a loan to get a mortgage? How lucky are you that you have electricity? How lucky are you that you have internet? And when I switched that, wow, things were just so different, because there are many people out there, they can't afford luxuries like heat, a car payment. What? There's still people taking the bus out there. So be grateful that you have bills. Be grateful that in this life, you have a comfortable bed to sleep on. So when you're in gratitude for those things that we always take for granted, always. You have food in your refrigerator? Thank you. You have a roof over your head? Thank you. You had something horrible happen to you and you're alive and you're here and you're standing? Thank you. Always thank you. Because things could have been very different. And things can still be very different down the road. It all depends on how you show up in this life. And that, my friends, is what you get to control. We can't control the chaos. We can't control the craziness. But we can control how we respond. And it's okay if we react, that knee-jerk reaction. But I challenge you to stop reacting and to start taking a breath, thinking about it, and then respond. The next time you walk out there and you see a bill in your mailbox, instead of retracting and going, God dang it, look at it and go, thank you. Thank you. And I don't know how I'm going to pay it, but it's going to get paid. I told a friend the other day, I reminded him the other day that if you're here, if you're standing, if you're watching this, then you have that 100% survival rate. Thank you, Steve Harvey. And if you haven't watched Steve Harvey do that, that piece, you should, because it's extremely motivating. But it's true. If you're here and you've gotten through however many years of your life and you are here standing, no matter how you feel, you opened your eyes and you took a breath this morning, you have something to be grateful for. So when you pray or you meditate, when you ask, whatever that ask is, don't expect an outcome. Don't time it. Don't take count. Just be grateful. Be grateful for what and where you are now. And that, since this is November, the month of giving thanks, being in gratitude is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. And it's one of those things that will change whatever's lining up for you in the future. Because when you're in gratitude, you can't be in two places at the same time. So you can't be in gratitude and be really sad. Not if you're truly in gratitude, not if you're truly feeling it. And that's what this is talking about, is really being in the energy of how you're feeling and being there like you're being here with me. And I appreciate you so much. And I'm grateful that you gave yourself the time to be here. So no matter what you do, no matter what you ask for, and actually, I think I'm gonna start sending out something every day in my email list. So if you're not on my email list, you're gonna want to be for this, because this is thankful, the month of thankfulness. So go over to mokshagrace.com and just enter in your email. And if it's too much, you can unsubscribe at any time. It's okay. But let's do this right, November. Let's do November right together. And let's keep ourselves in gratitude. Let's hold each other accountable for that. So we'll do some gratitude every Wednesday on the moment of presence. So if you're ready for some accountability and you're ready for your life to change, don't just ask for it. Line yourself up with it. And if you really want change and you want to keep it into a timely portion of life and you want some accountability and help, book a call. Book a call. Do yourself a favor. It's a 45-minute conversation. And let's talk about what you want and how to get it. So don't forget to follow me, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, mokshagrace.com. And to book a call, you just put in /coaching. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And I'm going to send out those emails. And we're gonna be in November, in Thankful November together. So again, thank you for being here. And remember, the choice is up to you. What you want your day to look like, what you want your month to look like. Choose wisely. See you next week.